appear below the desk right now.
We work for bread and water. Well, this is the last game, guys, at the Blizzard Cup between our two players, between Leenock and Parting. Starting to the top left, we have our FXO Zerg. It is, of course,
FXO Leenock,
who showed us a double hatch before pool against Protoss on Daybreak and crushed his opponent's Immortal Push. The famous Immortal Push of the Pink Panther starting at the bottom right. Cross position to Leenock. It is the Startail Protoss. Yes.
Startail Parting.
Yeah. Startail Parting. Coming through here. Very tiny mouse. He likes the claw grip. He likes those little small mice.
Yeah, he does.
I had a girlfriend once who had a mouse even smaller than that. She used to play games with it, and I was like, every time I tried to use it, like, it's like my thumb was bigger than the mouse. I was like, I don't know how you use this. It doesn't make sense.
Well, usually girls have like tiny hands, so...
Her hands are actually almost, her fingers are almost as long as mine too. It was kind of scary.
What?
Yeah.
Yours are nearly as long as mine, and I have pretty big hands, so that... What kind of girl was that role?
Well, she was an intense gamer with a small mouse.
Okay.
It was actually quite... I actually didn't believe her at first until I saw her play. I was like, you're just joking, right? You actually have a different mouse you change out when I'm not here.
Makes sense to me. And look who's scouting.
The Parting is not leaving anything up to chance this time.
Yeah.
He also went forwards first so he could punish a hatch if need be.
So this time we have him in this third game with a scout, and he's trying to block the drone for as long as possible. More the straight up game that you would expect between these two guys.
And we'll see the Nexus go down now, but Parting doing a great job so far with the denial. If you could wait just a few more seconds, he could drop the pylon. Nope, too much damage already done.
Yeah, not quite. Oh!
If he had committed, he would have been able to do it, but he wants the cannon instead.
Yeah. And here comes the hatch now. There's also the Zerglings already on the way, so even with the cannon, I would have blocked it a little bit longer, but would it have really been worth it? He would have had to cancel, so yeah, I think. I mean, right now we have the expansion at the bottom right for Parting also building, as is the cannon that he gets.
Leenock gets an extra drone. He only makes 2 links instead of the normal 4.
With the 2 links, he can also just try to scout enough, and the probe is actually hiding at the left side of the map.
Here comes the drone to the third base.
Boom. And the Overlord in position to see if there's a cheeky probe somewhere. It's not the case, at least not right now.
Not yet. He will send it over to check in a little bit. Uh-oh, there's only 2 links here. If he had made it 6 or 4, he would have definitely been able to do something there.
Yeah. But not as it is.
Yeah, and Leenock doesn't really care if he doesn't get in the meat.
There comes the probe.
That's just a small advantage you can get.
Oh, probe actually sneaking to the natural, and now having a quick look at the third base. The Overlord will of course see it, but yeah, then the probe will die eventually, but at this point it's really important for Parting to just know, is there a third base or not? Yep. And he sees it.
The Overlord's so important to spot for that. Probe also sees the Overlord, so he knows he can't, even can if he wanted to.
Well, on Entomb, now Parting has a couple of options. We've seen several players, especially with close positions, going for Immortal Push. On the other hand, the build that Wolf mentioned earlier is really strong here. If you take this third base and then you go up to 10 to 11 gates and just push out, you can hit sick timings where you have a massive amount of gateway units and do so much damage. This is kind of a death timing that Seed played first on this map, and he crushed more than only one Protoss player. More Zerg players, a couple of Protoss as well.
Yeah, he did. Seed actually is in this tournament as well. He will be playing in tomorrow's group.
Yeah.
We'll see how he does. That one Zealot is really working hard. Just going away at those rocks, not going to give anything to chance other than those rocks. He's just like... Artan's like, man, are you sure you want to take those along? He's like, my life for ire. Oh, now he's on break time. Block lings. He's like, no, actually I decided the block ling job was much more exciting.
Goes up and sees at least the attack upgrade, yeah.
He's like, I killed the ling now too, so can I go have fun with the Stalker? And Artan's like, I guess so.
Have fun with the Stalker, what they gotta do? That sounds naughty.
The Stalker's like, actually, I don't really like the Zealot. I have faster movement speed. I'm just going to leave him behind. So when I go fight the Queen, he's not going to tank for me. I don't want it.
Triple gas coming here for Leenock, so now he starts to go in his tech. He doesn't have speed yet. That's the first gas that he's going to get. And also dropping the Roach Drone. Pretty early, actually, at 6:45. Yeah. More of an old school timing that he uses. And we have the third base for Parting. At least he is using the wall at the front. Also building one of the cannons that is just in range of the rocks so they can use the cannon to take them down.
Overlord does not see the wall. And in fact, if he kills this Overlord and he keeps the Lings off of his third base, there's no way for Leenock to know, but I think the Lings will actually just go up and check this.
Yeah, he will just double check, and the cannon will be ready in time to make sure that the Zerglings are not getting too cheeky and don't start to attack at the front. Overlord is also dying, doesn't really get any scouting information, but the Zerglings are there to do the job. There we go.
Yeah. Now he knows everything, the rocks are being destroyed. This is not a sneaky play by Parting, but this actually can lead to that 3-base timing because he has that third base so quickly.
You know, Leenock already showed earlier that he really likes to go for Mutalisks occasionally, and on a map like this, I feel that the Mutalisks could do so much more for him. Because this is a bit back, it's really a lot easier for him to go into base race scenarios because he can just hide a few bases at the bottom left, at the top right, spread them out a lot. This makes it difficult for Parting to actually engage. We've seen Hyun trying to do it, and Hyun made a few mistakes when he engaged in too many battles and lost his Mutalisk when he was really important. But for Leenock, this is definitely an option. Parting is on the other hand doing exactly what we talked about earlier. He's getting 5 additional gates, and guess what? That already puts him up to 8 gates in total. So we're most likely going to see even a few additional ones and then a huge attack by him.
This is basically what he shows actually in Protoss vs. Terran a little bit differently with the fast third nexus. So this is basically, this goes only done on Entomb Valley for Protoss vs. Zerg. You can't even really do it on Ohana. Some people have tried. It can work from time to time, but he doesn't have the massive attack rates, and Leenock is going for drops, but I don't think that's going to be too helpful considering that Parting is going to be attacking him very soon and very hard here. That probe shows himself.
Parting's actually sticking this out with 8 gates, if I'm not wrong.
Let me count those for you.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty sure that we have 8.
One thing I can do with math, man.
Yeah,
it's 8 gates.
8 gates, so it does not go into the 11 or 8 or 10 gates, but uses it with just 8. And there we have the forward pylon. This 4th base by Leenock is yeah, a Zerg player's wet dream at this point, but it's not going to become a reality.
No, not going to become a reality. The Force Shields are so patient here, he doesn't even drop them. Here comes another pylon, and here come the Force Shields as well to protect that pylon. The hatch is taking damage, but that's not really the concern. The hatchery is actually good for Leenock. It's going to buy him time to keep these units alive.
Nice donut on those roaches, taking them down, and another attempt to block a few in. And he does well. Leenock is at 130 supply, but when it comes down to the army supply, is only 10 ahead, and Parting has the better upgrades at this point.
Yes, he does. Oh, wow, he's not done with this attack.
Didn't catch anything here. Drop is now done, but the thing is, drop is just not going to be useful.
He's only mining 2 probes at his third base, Parting that is, so he doesn't have a massive
Guardian shield is up. The force fields are trying to protect the sentries.
Some of the Stalkers were not participating for a few seconds there. He's got to get them all in. Now he's doing it, and Leenock dropping in supply here.
Leenock has to be really careful here. He's losing a lot at those extra pylons.
Yeah, that pylon is in the perfect spot to warp up the ramp once he gets into position.
He can actually warp up on the high ground if he ever gets into this position, but he needs a few more units first, and those sentries are going to die. And he suddenly doesn't have the Guardian shield anymore to back this attack up.
Leenock hesitating a lot here, though. The Roaches starting to get a little bit lower in number. He doesn't have the economy to really start pumping out only Roaches, getting a lot of Lings with this too.
But he also has a few Spine Crawlers now. This is still a lot of supply for Parting. He has 36 army supply, but the problem is that Leenock is just not stopping his production. He's pulling his way in, and the sentries are gone.
They're gone, man. This may be it. Parting now dropping in supply. Not making any more probes, only making Zealots, and they're warping in right in the face of Roaches.
And Parting does not have any tech, while Leenock is now going for the speed upgrade.
There it is, GG.
Leenock does it. He takes the game, and he is now 2-0 in the group, as is DRG.
2 Zerg players in the group, and both of them are going to take the top spots for our afternoon session.
Yep. So the afternoon session is already done. And I think this is it for now. I think we have now roughly 1 hour break before we head into the second part of the day.
I think we are going to have a quick little review of our so far results.
Yep. We'll definitely have a quick look at the ranking, but I can already tell you that I think Leenock and DRG are actually tied.
They're in first, tied at 2-0.
With map scores and also with the overall best of 3 scores. Both of them on 2-0. And on +2, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, +2. So at the bottom of the ranking, we have MVP and Hero.
Both
and Parting is taking 3rd place right now. I think that's going to be confirmed by our GOM production staff in a few seconds, as soon as they're ready.
Parting is just missing a game, so you can't really place him very easily in this group. He's currently 3rd place as far as the if you want to subtract wins and losses. But you know, in the end of the day, he will, of course, have to play that third match to really decide where he's
There we go.
at.
And the rest of the matches is, of course, going to be played later, so we're not done with our group, guys. Don't worry about that. We'll have the next matches really soon. The next game is going to be Hero versus MVP, Leenock versus DRG, Hero versus Parting, and of course the rest of the games are also going to be played later. We are starting the next match at 6:10, which is going to be in 1 hour.
Yeah.
There are the games.
Yeah, those are the list of maps. The starting map, of course, is listed. The loser picks after that. MVP still has a shot, as does Hero, but they're going to have to rely on tiebreakers, and they're both going to have to win their matches. That means that whoever wins between Hero and MVP is going to be the only player to have a chance. So one of those two players is not getting out of this group no matter. Well, actually, that's only if we had only 2 players advancing. We have 3 players advancing. So
exactly. So this is a little bit different from the up
I
and downs,
psyched myself
guys.
out there.
We have 3 players advancing here. The first player goes to the semifinal, and place 2 and 3 will play cross matches
Neither of them can get first place in that group.
against rank 2 and 3 of Group B tomorrow, and then end up in some kind of quarter-final thing. It's a round of 6. So yeah, this kind of concludes it for our afternoon session in Group A with our first part, and the second part will be played in 1 hour. Make sure to tune in. We'll use the chance to get something to eat, and
that's just a GSL Tour voting award. There's a bunch of votes you can do on teamliquid.net to see who gets the awards. But that will do it for our afternoon session. We got to go get something to eat, so we'll see you guys in about an hour.
Bye-bye.